What up, guys? Who ready for Friday Night SmackDown? Friday. Better be SmackDown. No. I don't know.
Together. This is the cradle of Italian liberty. Turin, Italy.
You ready for SmackDown?
WWE fans are expected for class in Italy. You look at this card tonight, it is a WrestleMania-worthy card. Rhea Bloody Ripley defends her gold against the former champion, Jade Cargill.
No time.
G-Fab with Jade's leg on the bottom rope. The Queen! Jade's gonna steal this thing. Turn it out and steal it. Ripley with Jade. Ripley and Charlotte were able to put their animosities aside tonight. Gunther, Cody Rhodes to the championship. I'm going to choke you out. I'm going to take this precious prize with me. And this is what Cody had to avoid. The American Nightmare looks like he's starting to fade. Cody got his foot on the bottom rope. They're trying to solve the American Nightmare. Ducks underneath. Cody with a sleeper all of his own. Sutter able to create space. Cody, crossroad. Cody Rhodes got it. Cody Rhodes retains the title. Gunther immediately began protesting. Clearly his foot was under the bottom rope.
Hi guys.
believe Angler shouldn't even begin the count.
Who ready for Friday Night SmackDown?
For only the third time in history, Friday Night SmackDown has come to Italy. This is one of Italy's largest cities, Bologna. And tonight, WWE is in Unipol Arena, where WWE fans are excited to continue the road to Night of Champions.
Watching SmackDown. WWE SmackDown.
And tonight, the journey to the King of the Ring continues. First round, fatal four-way matchup from Monday Night Raw. Dominic Mysterio in the divisions. Braun Breaker, SmackDown's Triple H and Damian Priest. Two advances tonight. And on the women's side of things, first round fatal four-way action in the Queen of the Ring tournament. From Raw, Bayley and Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez. From SmackDown, JC Jane and Kiana James live tonight. And you are looking live at a jam-packed Unipol Arena in Bologna, Italy. Hello, everybody at ringside. I'm Michael Cole, filling in for Joe Tessitore, who's off doing Super Boxing this weekend. Of course, Wade Barrett here as well.
Man, what a magical tour it has been so far in Europe. And I'm going to say something, Cole. I guarantee these fans here tonight in Bologna.
Wait. Whoa.
Some of
the ring general Gunther is out here destroying the Italian commentators table, throwing furniture everywhere.
Back off.
Now ripping apart our announce desk. Obviously furious after the results of Sunday.
Friday Night SmackDown.
He has every right to be aggrieved, and he's going to vent his spleen now, I believe.
Nothing happened to you tonight before I did what I want. I want justice for what happened to me at Clash in Italy.
Yep.
You saw it. I am the greatest professional wrestler in the world. I got ring awareness like nobody else before. And I intentionally put my foot underneath that rope. And when that foot is underneath there, the pinfall cannot be counted. The ref knows that. Cody knows that. And that means Cody didn't beat me.
Cody took advantage of that, and he cheated.
Yeah. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing.
Cody took away.
You hear it
what's
in the background? You hear it?
So here we are.
Okay, sure,
I'm
because of
standing
their
here in
copyright.
front of you without the WWE Championship, and Golden Boy can carry on kissing everybody's butts around here.
Thank you for subscribing.
So Cody, look at me. I know.
Hi,
you
everyone.
and I both
Hey,
know.
everyone, join it. Hey, everyone, join it. Here comes
You
Cody
can look him in
Rhodes.
the eyes in a minute, Gunther.
Cody Rhodes. We like Cody Rhodes. Journaling in my soul. We are up the tone. Doing them all. No fear.
You scored by
here.
desk.
Not the blow. We stop the tone. Whoa! Listen. I wish I knew. Yeah. Hot. Here. 7. Who's like Cody Rhodes? Yeah. Not now the free. Let's show you one. Can't see him in the top end. Yeah. And stop the show. Whoa! And listen, when I was younger, my freedom. I heard it 25K watching. Yeah. Can't live like to be a streamer. Make sure you share the live. You're a lesson from anyone. Cody Rhodes. Cody.
Good.
Jonathan.
Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but you're right. Yeah. I mean, you're.
Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
You're right. Your butt was under the rope. But you're a 20-year pro.
Yeah.
Have you never had a controversial inning that shorts you on the winnings before? And you're out here and you're all big mad with your clodhoppers all over Cole and Wade's desk, all upset, yelling at these people, tearing stuff up. Hey, you're a student of this game, you're a pro, so you'll understand this reference. Sometimes you're the hero and you save all the little piggies from the cold-blooded sausage maker. And other times, Gunther, you are the cold-blooded sausage maker. And when it comes to you and I know which one I am.
Yeah.
But hey, we don't need to do this whole formal colloquy right now. Let's just go ahead and say it. It's Friday night.
Friday
The
night.
lights are bright. Like you said, I only need to make one phone call, and I don't even think I need to make it. If you want to do this, a rematch for the WWE Championship, let's do it right here in Bologna. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Whoa. Here comes Sammy. Let's go.
First of all, I have to say
Sammy.
grazie.
Sammy.
Grazie to all my ride or die fans here in Italia. That's the kind of respect that I have been looking for, and I appreciate it. I do. I really do.
Sammy.
And listen, I tried. I really was trying to just stay back there and do the right thing and don't get involved. Let these guys deal with their business. I was trying, but at a certain point, I can't hear this anymore. Because Gunther is out here complaining about getting robbed for a world championship opportunity. Trust me, pal, I know how that feels. I do. And then we got Cody Rhodes, of course, Golden Boy. He's ready to fight. He's ready to go right now. What else is new? But the two of you seem to be ignoring the fact that both of you did me wrong. You know what, Sammy? This is WWE Championship business. It doesn't involve you. So do me a favor. Shut up and get out of the ring. You're right. Gunther, you're right. When it comes to the World Championship, I might not know much about that. I've never held the World Championship, but I do know a thing or two about beating you for championships. Okay. Sammy, hey.
Sammy.
I don't even know which Sammy I'm getting right now. Are you the last real good guy? Are you the guy who a few weeks ago watched the light fade from my eyes while he choked me out and you walked away from me? Listen, I know that you're a good guy, I do. And you got the big win on Matt Cardona last week, and now you want the WWE Championship. The problem is, Sammy, I'm a little busy right now. Of course. Of course. I gotta tell you something, Cody. This is why our friendship is in the state it's in, because for the last few months, every time things are a little hairy here, instead of talking about it, you're always blowing me off. You're always looking past me. You're looking to the next threat to you, the next threat to your world championship. Maybe you need to realize that the biggest threat to your championship might just be looking you in the eyes right now. Is that so, Sammy?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying, you're the one who said you were going to beat Gunther and teach me a lesson. Well, you beat Gunther. When you want to teach me that lesson? Uh-oh, Gunther from behind. Gunther from behind just shook Cody to Sammy. And now the sweeper. The sweeper's in.
Come on.
Oh, choking out the WWE champ again. We've seen it time and again. Oh, Sami Zayn, unlike 2 weeks ago, is saving Cody Rhodes.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's the point that Sammy wants a championship opportunity and upset that Gunther was out here trying to get ahead of him in line as Gunther now pounds away on Cody. And Sammy now dragging Gunther outside the ring. And this is an all-out brawl.
Two people squabbling over who gets the rights to take. Oh,
and Gunther Gunther just shoved Sammy into the crossfire. Cody Rhodes took out Sami Zayn.
Hold on a second.
That was inadvertent.
Well, Cody Rhodes was saved by Sammy, then Cody cheap shot Sammy in return. How's that fair?
I post the show on my TikTok.
I can't believe Custom's gonna let you in again. I told you not to bring so much moisturizer.
It wasn't the moisturizer. The toxic TSA didn't let me in with my full emotional support cats.
Danhausen.
Look at this.
Danhausen. I can smell the toxicity from here.
First, my Cavs get embarrassed in the playoffs, then Miles Garrett gets traded.
Miz, enough of the American sports.
Miz, Mike the
Don't
Miz.
worry about that. I'm gonna take care of this right here, right now. Hold on a second.
Hey, don't touch that! Oh, and it is. What are you doing on the way home?
Oh, you don't like people coming into your house uninvited, do you?
No, who would?
Do you like people touching your things?
Not particularly.
How about this?
Family heirloom, please don't.
What about this?
It's brand new, please don't. Oh my God. Please don't, really don't touch that.
And say don't touch it.
Oh my God. I've been looking all over for this. Italian gelatos.
Hey, you gonna go check on this?
I'm going nowhere near that freak Danhausen and his experiments.
Hopefully the Knicks uncurse continue tonight.
The following is the Queen of the Ring tournament first round match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by the Judgment Day from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, Raquel Rodriguez.
The powerhouse of the Judgment Day enters her second Queen of the Ring tournament. It's a fatal four-way. Who's going to advance to the semifinals? We find out coming up next on Friday Night SmackDown.
With Club WWE, you're at the front of the line every time. You'll be notified of merchandise drops before anyone else, and given your own personal early access, including exclusive merchandise and items not available anywhere else. Like my never
How you gonna talk? Oh, you must be pretty proud of yourself,
Oh,
Gunther.
I am proud of myself.
Thanks to you.
I'm really proud of myself because I'm the only one here that is wanting for myself. And you know what? I'm sick and tired of it. Ever since I arrived here at SmackDown, instead of treating me like the gift that I am, you treat me like I do not belong. I'm sick and tired of this disrespect.
Oh, you want to talk about respect? I'm just meeting you where you are, Gunther. I'm treating you with the same level of respect you've shown me since we started negotiating.
You know what, Alice? You know what? You fix this. You fix it! Well, I'll get my legal team involved. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna drown you. They're gonna drown you with so much lawsuits that even your grandchildren will need a lawyer. Tired of it!
Is that what Gunther does over here on SmackDown now? Throw temper tantrums to get what he wants?
Well, that is about as agitated as I've ever seen the ring general. Good luck, Nick Aldis.
And her opponent from San Jose, California, Bayley!
This is the Queen of the Ring Tournament first round matchup, Fatal 4-Way, to determine who advances to the semifinals. Winner of this matchup faces Io Sky from Monday Night Raw in the semifinals. She won this past Monday in her Fatal 4-Way.
Bayley, who has won about everything there is to win in this game, but gets an opportunity to add one more thing to the mantelpiece, namely that Queen of the Ring crown.
Yeah, I spoke to Bayley about that earlier today. Tell you that story in just a few moments.
Night. JC Jen.
Accompanied by Fallon Henley and Lady Ridge, representing Fatal Influence, JC Jane.
Well, much like Raquel Rodriguez, it appears that JC Jane will go it alone in this matchup here tonight. We are joined at ringside by our Italian announcers, Michele Posa and Luca Franci. Why didn't we think of waving like that?
Go on, Michael Cole, you're the expert. Translate what they just said, please.
No idea. All right. I can translate this. You're looking at a future women's champion here on Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh, you know what, Michael Cole? Should things go well in the Queen of the Ring tournament, that moment could come at the main event of SummerSlam for JC Jane. Of course, the winner of the Queen of the Ring tournament gets their opportunity at gold this summer.
The finals of the Queen of the Ring will take place 3 weeks from tomorrow, Night of Champions in Rio.
And their opponent, accompanied by Julia, from Sioux City, Iowa, Kiana James.
Well, apparently, Wade, Kiana James is not going to follow suit. She is bringing Julia to the ring with her tonight. Interesting, considering that Fatal 4-Way rules are the first woman to gain pinfall or submission wins, and there are no countouts or disqualifications.
Well, Kiana James is undoubtedly a mega brain, and that is about the smartest move that anyone has pulled off thus far tonight on SmackDown. Bring a little assistance to the ring with you to reinforce your opportunities of winning this match and progressing through to that semi-final against Io Sky.
Maybe Julia should have had the same strategy Monday night on Raw when she was involved in the Fatal 4-Way. Kiana James was not out at ringside. Julia would not advance in that matchup, won by Io Sky.
Here's what you do in this game. You learn from mistakes, and clearly Kiana James has learned from the mistakes of Julia and is now looking to go one better than Julia with progress this evening.
One of these four women will advance in this tournament, looking to join three women who have made the history over the past few years: Zelina Vega, Nia Jax, and Jade Cargill, who is the defending Queen of the Ring tournament winner. The referee in this matchup, Daphne LaShawn, rings the bell, and we are underway. I spoke to Bailey earlier today, and she talked a lot about what you mentioned earlier, Wade. The fact that one of the few things she hasn't accomplished in her career is winning the Queen of the Ring tournament. She said that she still has her mind trying to win women's tag team titles with her partner, Lyra Valkyrie, who's also in this tournament. But Bailey said she'd love to win this and get to SummerSlam and battle for a world title.
Well, the strategy right off the bat is obvious. Three women looking to attack the powerhouse Raquel very early on and take her down. She clearly seen as the big threat in this match.
Well, it's great strategy. We saw this early on in the matchup on Monday Night Raw that involved Oba Femi. The other three competitors trying to do the same thing to Oba. And now Raquel's been taken out of the equation, at least momentarily. And Bailey with a back elbow. JC James and Kiana James outside to the apron.
Well, Bailey, the big veteran in this one, looking to...
Belly to belly, quickly out of the box. Looking for a quick win here. And a kick out by Jane at 2. Bailey almost stole one quickly.
Clearly the fan favorite tonight is Bailey, looking to crush the confidence of the three up.
Come on.
Jonathan Scope with a solo shot as the Tigers grab a 1-0 lead.
Love the homer at the top of the first inning. Give your pitcher a chance to kind of regroup and gather himself with an early lead.
What happened?
Here's Ron Grossman. And there's a swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1.
My God, come on.
It's taken. Now it's 0-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today, Matt Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to focus. And that's what Ed does. It gives you that zero you hit the get right on the head. He has a real low fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher. I'm not saying complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and get in the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike.
First offering. Left side, but it's well foul.
And again, after that impact from Raquel, and Raquel is just running riot now, and nobody can stop.
Raquel Rodriguez with elbow after elbow, locking JC Jane in the corner. And Kiana James is going to try her fair.
And you just sense that early 3-on-1 attack against Raquel has simply covered Raquel.
And Belly saves the matchup, breaking up the near fall.
You've basically got three women playing defense against Raquel now, and nothing they are trying seems to be working.
And Rodriguez going to send Kiana James into the corner, snake eyes off the top turnbuckle. Now JC sent outside the ring, and Raquel and Bailey. And Raquel sent over the top rope to the floor. And Bailey ripped out of the ring. As we want to remind everyone that tomorrow at the Bournemouth International Center, two of cruiserweight boxing's most dangerous men collide. Hometown hero, Chris the Gentleman, Bill Smith puts his world titles ambitions on the line against Canadian wrecking machine Ryan the Bruiser Rozicki. Oh! JC with a right hand.
Come on, JC.
What a fatal four-way matchup to determine who heads to the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament.
But it has basically been the Raquel show for the past several minutes, but the tide may be turning.
Bailey driving Raquel shoulder first to the steps. And that's what Bailey and Kiana and JC Jane had to do.
They had to try and turn this into a triple threat because Raquel was just tearing everyone apart. And JC Jane, the former NXT champ, may be about to capitalize and win this thing.
The woman that Booker T dubbed a rock star is in control now. Former tag team champion as well. Nice neck breaker by Jane into the cover. Hooks the leg of Bailey now. Who kicks out?
How impressive has JC Jane been since arriving on SmackDown. Complete confidence, complete assuredness since day one.
Let's not forget all of Fatal Influence. John Henley and Lady Reed as well. JC Jane now with the kicks to the midsection of Bailey. JC manipulative, opportunistic.
Fatal Influence are here to take over the entire brand here on SmackDown.
Come on, JC.
And only a fool would bet against them doing so.
Now snapmare by Jay. Kick right to the spine for the veteran Bailey. Kick to the face. JC now in the senton. Is it up? Hooks the leg of Bailey. Hitting combination into near fall again.
Bailey's taking a hell of a lot of punishment in this one. Is starting to really struggle with the other women down. JC Jane picking up the power.
Come on, JC James.
Kiana James now. As JC was over there arguing with the official. Kiana James knocked down by Jane. Again, Julia out here at ringside in support of Kiana James.
I just admire that swaggering confidence of JC Jane, and against a woman, Kiana James, she knows very well indeed, cross-pass many times in NXT, and clearly Kiana has a trick or two up her sleeve. The leader of Fatal Influence, and indeed Bailey.
Yeah, tremendous athlete is Kiana James when she goes shoulder first to the post. That rolling cannonball that time by JC Jane into the other corner.
Real nice turn of speed there from JC Jane, my God!
Oh, Raquel Rodriguez with a massive shoulder tackle, sending JC across the ring. Bailey now. Look for that sunset flip bomb, and Raquel Rodriguez drags both women into the corner.
Bailey just lost grip at the wrong moment there. Kiana is now paying the price.
And there's that corkscrew splash by Raquel, covering both women, and a kick out.
Wow, what a statement. That would have been pure dominance from Raquel.
You had to believe, Wade, it was just a matter of time before Raquel Rodriguez took control of this match.
This is the second time she's really gained some momentum. You get Raquel down for a window, you have to maximize it and win the match, because you know full well Raquel ain't going to stay down for long.
Raquel has come so close in the past to winning a world championship. The best way to get another opportunity, win the Queen of the Ring tournament, head to SummerSlam to battle for a world title.
Could you imagine both world titles being inside the Judgment Day clubhouse? What a spectacle that was.
But you're saying if Raquel wins, she wouldn't go after Liv?
Of course she would. She would go after Rhea Ripley or whoever else had the WWE Women's Championship. But,
and now Bailey.
A long ways to go before we get there for Raquel, but that's starting to inch nearer and nearer.
Raquel Rodriguez is just tossing bodies around the ring. Double choke slam by Rodriguez. Again, going to try to pin both women. Kiana James launches us up over the top rope to break things up. All four women down. Who's advancing to the Queen of the Ring tournament semifinals? Point in this matchup. Who is going to build momentum? Remember, it's first woman to gain pinfall submission to pick up the win.
Yeah, this is where champions are made. This is that crunch time. Everybody in that ring is hurting right now. Who can block it out the most and focus on the prize, which is progress towards the semi-final of the Queen of the Ring tournament.
I do want to go back to a point you made moments ago. You're saying if Raquel wins this tournament, that she's automatically going to go after the WWE Women's Champions for Friday Night SmackDown. Maybe she wants to prove that she's the leader of the Judgment Day. Maybe she's going to take on Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that you're trying to stir the pot. You know, the last person who did that in the Judgment Day, Finn Balor. Look at him now. Look what happened to Damian Priest. Look what happened to Rhea Bloody Ripley. Attitudes like that do not belong inside the Judgment Day clubhouse. They get booted out real fast, though. Watch your mouth, Michael Cole.
And now JC Jane looking for a sleeper on Raquel Rodriguez. How impressive has JC been in this match tonight, but she's slung to the mat.
It's a huge mountain to climb to drop. Now, just such overwhelming force coming back in the other direction, and now the veteran Nous of Bailey picking her spots. And looking for a weak spot on the massive Raquel.
Beating up this crowd here tonight, Bologna, Italy. Bailey taking out JC Jane. Kick to the face by Bailey. Up to the second rope now. Bailey with an elbow to the back of Raquel. Cover. Isn't enough for the win. Rodriguez powers out at 2. Very competitive matchup here tonight.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Bailey. She spent the last several years backing up some newcomers here on SmackDown and Raw, but now looking to extend and progress her own career.
Nice back suplex by Bailey. Raquel Rodriguez, by the way, the only woman in this match that has any type of experience in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Bailey now stacks up JC Jane. Grabs the bottom rope and kicks out at the same time. Kiana James into a cover on Bailey and a kick out.
Oh, it's crunch time now. Believe me, this one can end in a blink of an eye. All 4 women are severely weakened. And Raquel looking to maximize damage. Oh, wow.
And there's the quickness of James, but she runs into a clothesline. Cover now. Up to the leg. JC Jane with a running knee. Breaks things up.
Well, that was nice movement from Kiana James. You duck 1, you duck 2, but you get caught by the 3rd from Raquel. Raquel is just so well-rounded, but drop for now. And JC Jane can steal this.
Yeah, could this be JC's opportunity now?
It has to be with Raquel down once again. Now she drops, ladies. And that could be a KO blow to the side of the jaw of JC Jane. If that wasn't, what comes next could well be.
Well-placed knee from Bailey, who heads up to the top rope now. And Bailey, with her vintage elbow, connects, isn't enough to advance to the Queen of the Ring. Kiana James breaks it up at 2.5.
Well, I count Kiana James breaking up pins on 3 separate occasions. That is incredibly smart once again to the relative newcomer to SmackDown, who continues to impress. And I wouldn't be surprised if she pulls out a victory here.
Yeah, you mentioned how smart Kiana James is. Tremendous ring awareness. Roll up with Bailey. Bailey, though, able to roll through. Oh, Kiana caught her. Kiana caught her with that deal breaker. The deal breaker to the face. And now a standing moonsault by James. Cover now on Bailey. Isn't enough, and Bailey kicks out at 2.
I'll tell you right now, Kiana James really can do it all in the ring. High-flying, power moves, technical moves, and wait a second, Julia getting sideswiped there by JC.
And Kiana James did not like that, but the defensive Julia Bailey now. Last JC, Kiana James roll up is enough. Look at using the ropes for leverage now. That it would not be a disqualification, but it would give Kiana James an opportunity.
Well, wait a second.
Kiana, she didn't do it.
Well, it was JC Jane who threw the legs off the ropes, but clearly Kiana.
Rose plant.
Julia.
Rose plant by Bailey.
Rolling encore.
Big boot by Raquel.
Well, this has got Messi in a hurry.
Tahana bomb. Covered by Rodriguez. Raquel's in the semifinals.
Here is your winner, Raquel Rodriguez.
Oh, that was an interesting turn of events there. Bailey hit the flatliner. J.C. Jane with the rolling encore. Raquel Rodriguez with the Kahana bomb. But the story is what happened outside the ring. J.C. Jane is the one who got in the middle of things. Kiana thought it was Julia.
Well, here's where it all went down. This is a inadvertent collision between Bailey. And now it's Kiana James being on the ropes. J.C. Jane knocks him off, gets shoved out there, and by the time Kiana turns around, she now believes her partner in crime, Julia, is the one who knocked her feet off the ropes as she's losing her mind. Raquel is cleaning house, and ultimately it's Kiana who suffers the worst with a Tijuana bomb, seeing Raquel progress to the semifinals.
And Raquel Rodriguez will now face Io Sky in the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament as we take a look at the bracket. Rodriguez and Sky advancing to the semifinals. Our other fatal four-ways coming up next week on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown.
Brilliant matchup right there at Night of Champions, and there's the woman who sees everything sparkling in her future. Namely being that crown, the Queen of the Ring tournament today. Well, smoothing over to be done now.
Julia's heard enough. Kiana James said they're done. And Julia's heard enough after being embarrassed by James here.
Well, Kiana's been in the shadow of James and she's finally lost it. And yeah, that relationship firmly over.
Kiana James claiming she's been in the shadow of Julia through all of this, and she's had enough.
Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there you are. Looking everywhere for you. Do you see what happens? Do you see what happens every time everyone said I was the bad guy because, oh, I watched Cody get choked out, put to sleep, and I didn't do anything about it? Well, what just happened? This time I did something about it. I did what I usually and always do. I did the right thing. And what happens? Cody still finds a way to drop me, to leave me laying, and once again, guys like us get the short end of the stick. And now Nick Aldis wants to talk to me. What does he want to talk to me about? There he is. Hey, Nick, you want to see me?
Yes, I did, and I'll keep it short and sweet, Sammy. Stay out of Cody and Gunther's business.
Stay out of their business. They make their business my business, Nick. What are you talking
Sammy,
about?
you took a bad situation and you made it worse.
How did I make it worse, Nick? You're asking me to stand down to not defend myself? I never see you ask anybody to do that.
Look, Sammy, frankly, I don't have time for this right now because I have an important meeting.
Oh,
Okay?
once again, I'm getting blown off. You have all the time in the world for everyone else. You can't give me a minute? Who is so important? Who do you have to talk to that is so important that I can't get 1 minute?
Well, if you must know.
Damn.
So, Sammy, we'll go ahead and put a pin in this for another time. Chat. Thank you for coming.
Weight up, mask versus mask. Chad Gable is a hot property right now. And coming up next on Friday Night SmackDown, a battle of two massive men. Ladies and gentlemen, Friday Night SmackDown in Bologna, Italy, as we take a look at on the menu for the WWE Podcast Network. Of course, R-Truth, a guest on The Undertaker's podcast. Very entertaining conversation, as you may expect. And on Stephanie Vance, what's your story? The former Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch. All available on the WWE Podcast Network.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. From the island of Tonga, weighing in at 300 pounds, representing MFT, Tama Tonga!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a long-going rivalry, including these two.
Yeah, this was last week on SmackDown. Reluctant Priest and Royce Keys were tagging against MFT, looking pretty damn good until Solo Sikoa got involved from the outside. Now, upon seeing that, R-Truth, who's not medically cleared, attempted to intervene, but he did save him by Royce Keys, who was also dropped in the process. That left Damian Priest alone to be felled by the massive Tala T-Bomb. But one pin later, victory once again for MFT, who have been causing carnage in recent weeks.
Well, there's a lot to dissect in this matchup here tonight. When we look at the MFT, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and of course Tama Tonga, you got to look back to what happened after the matchup on Sunday at Clash of Italy when Roman Reigns defeated Jacob Fatu, and Fatu would have to go on to acknowledge Roman Reigns and become a part of that bloodline. Solo and company were looking on in the audience, and you have to try to dissect what that all means.
Well, Solo Sikoa obviously has major historical links with Jacob Fatu, tried to recruit him himself back into the NFTs, but was denied by Fatu. And you think, when you look at Solo Sikoa, he wants an army that can control the entirety of WWE. I would assume that includes SmackDown and Raw.
And Solo Sikoa has also tried to recruit this man.
From East Palo Alto, California, weighing in at 270 pounds, he is the winner of the 2026 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Royce Keys.
I am so impressed with this man, Royce Keys, and what he's been able to do since coming to WWE a number of months ago as we prepare for this battle between these two massive midweight.
You mentioned the fact that Solo Sikoa had been trying to recruit Royce Keys for several weeks now. They do have some history from their independent days and even prior to that, but those efforts have all been rebuffed by Royce Keys, who insists he wants to walk alone here on SmackDown, and thus far it's been an incredibly successful walk on SmackDown.
Well, Solo Sikoa took advantage of fatal four-way rules, even though he didn't win the matchup this past Monday when Tama Tonga got involved in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Let me ask you about this. You're Royce Keys. You burst on the scene here. I understand you want to do your thing your own way. You want to carve your own path, but the way things are heating up around here, wouldn't you think that you might want some backup?
I mean, historically speaking, in this game, especially at the very top level, the numbers game will always help you out. But I get it from Keys' perspective. He's walked alone his entire life. He's from the streets. He doesn't get intimidated easily, and clearly not intimidated by the almost 7-foot-tall Tala Tonga.
Yeah, much of the same background that Jacob Fatu had. And Royce Keys now with a shoulder tackle to Tonga. If you're Royce Keys, how do you go into this matchup against this 6'10" monster?
Well, it's rare for Royce Keys to be outsized by anyone in that ring, and quite simply, you need to chop the big man down to size.
Royce Keys trying to power up Tala Tonga and not able to. And the clubbing blows now to the back, driving Royce Keys to his knees.
Well, this is the first time we've seen Royce Keys meet his match when it comes to the power game. Simply didn't have the power or strength to lift up that massive body of Tala Tonga.
Royce Keys will be involved in a King of the Ring first round matchup next week with Jey Uso, LA Knight, and Finn Balor right here on Friday Night SmackDown to be the final first-round matchup for the men if he survives tonight, especially after that right hand by Tala Tonga.
Survive is a great word. That was an intriguing slugfest, but the size of Tala was pivotal in winning that exchange. Keeping Royce Keys down for good is another matter in time.
Now Royce Keys able to duck underneath, and there's that clothesline drove Tonga back to the top rope, and Royce now sending Tala Tonga over the top rope. Go on.
Because he had his whole week.
And wait, what's interesting here is some frustration being shown by Tala Tonga now as Royce Keys is on the attack. Was on the attack.
Tala Tonga is an experienced competitor. He knows full well the kind of offense he's thrown at Keys so far should keep going. But if it didn't before, it will now. Wow, Tala Tonga.
Solo Sikoa has a diamond in the rough in Tala Tonga.
Undoubtedly, Tala Tonga proved pivotal in deciding several matches and brawls on behalf of MFT. Really is the key piece of the puzzle when it came to that rebuild back to power for Solo Sikoa.
The official Ryan Tran in this matchup trying to get both men back into the ring. Important matchup for both of these men tonight as Keys is sent spine first into the post.
Well, Keys does not want his momentum slowed down. And when it comes to Tala Tonga, I wouldn't want to go back to the locker room or the office of Solo Sikoa and explain why I couldn't get the job done. So yeah, Tala Tonga increasingly important here on SmackDown for this rebuild of Solo Sikoa.
And this has been great strategy by Tonga. Trying to take out the back of Royce Keys, because was that Wade? It takes away this, the power game of Keys.
And I don't know if Keys had a 100% spine right now, he'd be able to power up Tala Tonga, but he keeps on trying, refusing to be denied, but slowly hope is starting to fade away for the monster.
Rowdy crowd here tonight, Bologna, Italy, as we wrap up a week-long tour here. As Royce Keys is sent into the corner, and now Tala Tonga with a sidewalk slam with authority.
And it started to look pretty damn easy for Tala Tonga, and I never thought I would say that for an opponent of Royce Keys, and clearly Solo Sikoa is loving what he's seeing.
Again, I would love to know what is going through the mind of Solo Sikoa after what happened with Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns this past weekend. It clashed in Italy, and of course the acknowledgement ceremony Monday night on Raw when Jacob Fatu fell into line with the Usos.
Solo has to view that as a major L. The man he tried to recruit into the fold has now gone to a different group, albeit rather reluctantly, I suspect, but nevertheless, now part of that bloodline crew.
Oh! And again, Tonga just dominating now. Royce Keys, are you surprised with how this has unfolded?
It's difficult to imagine Royce Keys ever being put in this position this early in a match, but if anyone's going to do it, it would have been Tala Tonga, so therefore my surprise is zero.
Tala Tonga putting on a show here tonight. He's been dominating the powerhouse Royce Keys. Just didn't have enough. Tonga now into the cover and a kick out. Again, Tonga's been focusing on the lower back of Royce Keys, which is taking the power away from Keys' game.
Yeah, that is the number one asset that Royce Keys has. Take away the power. What else does Royce Keys have in the tank? And the answer right now looks like very little, and he might be about to get put.
But Tonga perhaps got a bit overzealous, went for the big kick in the corner and got caught up, and now Royce Keys with an opportunity. It isn't often that Royce Keys is dwarfed in the ring.
You're having to block out that lumbar pain right now is Royce Keys. You've got yourself an opportunity to get back into the fight. Do not let it go begging.
And these clubbing blows by Keys to the front and the back of Tala Tonga.
Tonga's rocked.
And Keys trying to knock the big man, the 6'10"
Come on,
Tonga
boys.
off his feet. Keys again, another collision. Keys trying to figure out what he needs to do. Tonga though, stopping Keys at least momentarily. And now Royce Keys once again trying to lift Tonga and not able to do it. I think he's got to think of a different strategy.
That's attempt number 4, and all 4 have failed now. For Royce Keys, simply that back is not up to lifting the massive frame of Tonga, it would seem.
And again, another opportunity, another opening perhaps. For Royce Keys continues to splash Tonga in the corner. And Keys now using some quickness there, and that tackle will knock Tonga off his feet. And now Royce Keys is starting to feel it.
Simply pounced out of his boots there was Tonga.
Royce
The wind in his sails. It might be attempt number 4.
And now Keys has got him up on his shoulders. Wow, what a power slam. And Keys has entered the zone. Solo Sikoa now up on the apron.
Just like he did in
And
Tonga
as well.
behind the referee's back now.
And that'll draw Keys out of the ring, who's upset with Tonga getting involved.
And this is where it looked like, oh, the catching of flying Tonga. Well, it was just when Royce Keys had complete control of the match, and looking back in the ring, I think, oh, Tonga,
Yes, and it allowed Tonga now to regain himself after the Keys attack. Those distractions are going to cost Royce Keys that Tonga T-bomb by Tonga, the cover and the victory.
Here is your winner, Tonga.
Well, give the assist there to Solo Sikoa and Tonga.
yeah, the numbers game crucial once again, and Royce Keys' insistence on standing alone on SmackDown has now been really tested at this point, as these 3 vultures are lurking around their victim in celebration once again of a massive, oh, here we go.
And Solo Sikoa just ordered Tonga to assault Royce Keys, who's defenseless at this point. Tonga now getting involved.
Solo Sikoa saying it didn't have to be that way. Now it looks like, perhaps unwisely, once again, R-Truth, who's not medically cleared, who was injured by the MFT group several weeks ago.
Yeah, but coming out here to get himself some. R-Truth coming out the aid of Royce Keys, who's he's allied with lately.
Well, 3 weeks in a row, he's come out to play the savior, come out to be the hero and save Priest, save Royce Keys, and he's getting stumped as a reward.
And meanwhile, Damian Priest, R-Truth's tag team partner, the tag champs.
You do. Are you crazy? Every week is the same thing. Stop. Stop. No. Priest saved it off. Truth from himself. Quite smartly, I would say.
Yeah.
But by saving R-Truth, he has left Royce Keys alone and helpless and defenseless.
Priest, to be fair, has no loyalty to Royce Keys. He's made that quite clear.
It didn't have to be like this. But you don't listen. Join our family. Let's not be blasphemy.
Again, the recruitment campaign continues for Solo Sikoa as it comes to Royce Keys. Maybe a little bit of tough love here tonight.
I'd say the dial has been turned up significantly for Royce Keys here. Here's what you're going to get if you don't join us in the NFT group.
Solo continues dominance.
Hot.
Yeah,
Jasmine
said
and-
it's still something from last week. Can you believe it? No,
Morgan.
You did so good.
You did so amazing on your own, just like I knew you could. And think about it, if we both keep winning, we'll face each other in the finals when one of us gets to take that title off of Rhea. Yes!
Plus, I have my team rematch tonight, and then Judgment Day will have all of the gold.
Oh my goodness, don't you think that Dominic and I are going to be the perfect team to the ring? I thought you just said I could be. You can. You totally. I we keep. You know what? Let's just focus on Dominic winning tonight. Keep saying.
I told you. Well, nonetheless, Dominic Mysterio is in action later on tonight with Damian Priest and Triple H and Braun Breaker. Fatal 4-way first round King of the Ring tournament live tonight.
Netflix with the room shaking.
Time again in this business.
And Dallas on SmackDown. And Dallas coming on SmackDown.
Any night, any situation, any match, and I will shine.
With that on the balloon playing.
Anytime an opportunity falls my way, I prove I can stand toe to toe with this. What I want more, I want it all.
The newest member of Friday Night SmackDown, Finn Balor, will make his in-ring debut next week as part of the Fatal 4-Way in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor next week on SmackDown.
It's the same thing, man.
Well, shit, why didn't you want to help?
Why would I want to help? I don't know him. If I'm going to help somebody, it's my tag team partner. The guy that's tag team champions with me. You're all that matters right now. So Royce, I don't know his deal with Solo or anything. I don't trust that guy. We're here in Italia, right? I'm here focused on King of the Ring, and I'm focused on SummerSlam.
That's good, but shouldn't we at least check on him?
For what? If he's hurt, what are you going to do? You're not a doctor.
I know a little something. My older brother was.
You don't have a brother.
How dare you? Doctor of Thugonomics? You can't see me.
All right.
Look. I know you got a lot going on right now.
Well, wait, no.
But we are the new AAA World Tag Team Champions.
That's right.
And when you're ready to put your titles against these ones, we're waiting. So what we're saying is, we're ready for everybody, but nobody's ready for war.
I never met neither one of you a day in my life.
American Ivar with adding more tag team gold to their collection. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next week, Friday Night SmackDown, Providence, Rhode Island, Fatal 4-Way first round matchup in the Queen of the Ring tournament. It is going to be a battle between the brand new Intercontinental Champion Solo Valkyria, both from Raw, and of course the Queen Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill on Friday Night SmackDown. Takes place next week.
Again. Eat, sleep, lean.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
You see a lift to the right leg of Rhea Ripley. It is also wrapped. That is because she was banged up during her victory over Jade Cargill this past Sunday at Clash in Italy. And what a match it was.
What a bruising affair with maximal chaos outside of the ring, but ultimately Mammy prevailed. And
Rhea
she's going to be worrying
Ripley.
about that limp in a few weeks, I'm sure. May take a little time to heal up those bruises, but most importantly of all, the gold is still sparkling on the shoulder of Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Rhea Ripley was a very emotional week in Italy. We told the story of Clash in Italy this past Sunday. Her grandfather and grandmother both brought up here in Italy. They moved to Australia, and of course that was where Rhea was born. Rhea Ripley coming back to Italy, really enjoying herself here this week.
Hello, Bologna!
Rami.
This past Sunday at Clash in Italy, I finally put the Jade Cargill chapter behind me.
That's right.
Obviously,
I like that.
I didn't come out completely unscathed.
You like Jane?
As you can see, my knee is
I like that.
a little bit banged up.
See the squeeze here, then,
JQ. And Jane. Right? Here we go now.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
See, Jade, she came into that match, she came in with a little bit of a game plan. She came in with the plan to try and take me out. She came in with the plan to try and use the numbers against me.
It's fair.
But Jade, you failed to take me out. Because I am still your WWE Women's Champion!
Yeah.
And as for the numbers game that you tried to play, well, I had a nice, unexpected friend come out and help me with that little situation, didn't I? Whoa.
All hail the Queen.
Charlotte Flair needed a tie.
Of course, in the Clash in Italy match on Sunday, Jade Cargill was accompanied by B-Fab and Michin. Before Charlotte Flair equaled things up.
All right, champ, mommy, listen. I know that you didn't ask for my help. And here's the thing. I am the queen. I understand. I understand not asking for help. I get that. But I had your back because I respect you. And if I'm being honest, the last few weeks I've actually had a lot of fun alongside you, getting a tattoo after Clash of Italy, and just wrestling beside you after our history. But here's the thing. The Queen of the Ring is in the next few weeks. And I am a competitor at heart. I am the queen. I am Charlotte Flair. I am the 15-time women's champion. So if I'm being honest, as much fun as I've had alongside of you, champ, at SummerSlam, it's going to be me standing in front of you. Because you still have what I want. It's tippy time!
Let me say good to see Charlotte with that edge factor. Here comes someone else with an edge. The United States champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Hi, Bologna. And hi, Charlotte. I know it's been a while, but you know, if someone were to tell me that we'd be out here and not beating the crap out of each other, I would have called them crazy.
Hello, Tiffany. Are you here to apologize to me?
Me apologize to you? Now that'd be crazy. But I'm not here for you. I'm here for you. I may have the U.S. title and I look damn good with it, but I think I want that one.
A storm is coming.
Jake Paul did that on the line. You lost your
Rhea
email.
Ripley's look no further than Jade Cargill, who
Get
lost
that on the line. You're wrong.
clash in Italy this past Sunday.
Of course, accompanied by Meechin and B-Fab.
Wrap it up. You three look so stupid together.
Yes, give it to me.
Now, Charlotte, you didn't save Rhea, but you damn sure put yourself next in line. And seeing how we're both in the Queen of the Ring, I'll make sure that little side quest you pulled is rewarded. I mean, look at your stupid friend Alexa. It's over. Tiffany. Shut up. Anyway, and Tiffany, I mean, we've been doing this so many times. I suggest you learn your lesson and stay out of grown
He's
folks'
already out
business.
there. Bye.
Yeah, mama. And Rhea, enjoy my title. Ignore this hater. And Rhea, enjoy my title while you can, because I'm coming after what's mine. Actually, I'm coming now for what's mine.
Oh, here we go now.
I am down for this.
Whoa, ladies, buenos aires. Jade, hold your horses. Now, Rhea, we both know that you are in no condition to compete here tonight. So let's all just calm down here for a second.
Hold on. I've got an idea, and it is what it is. Tiffany, I know you don't like me, and trust me, I do not like you, but I don't like her more. And because my best friend is not here, I've got an idea. How about you and one of your sidekicks, backup dancers, face Tiffany and I here tonight in Bologna, Italy! Right now! Let's go!
Interesting. You know, I never let a good idea pass me by, Charlotte, so Bologna, andiamo! Jade, Cargill, and Meechin will take on Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, and that will take place right now.
What? Great call by the general manager. Great idea, Charlotte.
Solid. Tiffany Stratton. It's freaking high.
And the official in this impromptu tag team matchup, Chip Danny, calls for the bell. Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton to take on Meechin and Jade Cargill tonight. Man, so many stories to talk about in this one.
How is this happening? Charlotte and Tiffany teaming together out of nowhere. I mean, go back 12 months on the road to WrestleMania. They have more than a few choice words for one another.
How about the fact Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania?
Yeah, what a gritty matchup that was, but they better get in line together pretty damn quick on this one, or else they will end up like Alexa Bliss did last week, which is why Charlotte Flair technically doesn't have a regular tag partner with her, hence the stand-in from Tiffany Stratton.
Meechin sends Charlotte Flair across the ring, showing off her talents. Really got a spot at Saturday night's main event a few weeks ago. Meechin is talented as they come, but she's in the ring for the 14-time world champion Charlotte Flair.
This is not how you want to start things off if you are Meechin, but it is tough when Charlotte is in this kind of mood, highly motivated by the fact that Meechin, Jade Cargill, and B-Fab took out Alexa Bliss last week with that steel jet.
Next week on Friday Night SmackDown is the final first round Queen of the Ring Tournament Fatal 4-Way match. Charlotte Flair will be in that match with Jade Cargill, along with the Intercontinental Champion Sol Ruca and Lyra Valkyria. Meanwhile, the United States Champion Tiffany Stratton in off the tag runs into a right hand by Meechin.
Charlotte now rough mode and that saved the by Tiffany Stratton, who's now going to swing the tide back in their favor.
And Tiffany Stratton now breaking the back of the neck of Meechin, and a basement drop kick by Stratton. Cover now. Off the leg and a kick out. Of course, Jade Cargill looking to go back-to-back in the Queen of the Ring tournament. She won last year. Would like to repeat.
God, that was perfect timing there from Tiffany Stratton, right to the kisser of Meechin. But look at the power of Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Cargill with a fall-away slam to Tiffany Stratton. And talk about having someone's number. Jade Cargill has had Tiffany Stratton's number, including at Saturday night's main event last November when she won the WWE Women's Championship. Oh, what a spine buster. Cover now by Cargill. The win by Cargill stopped a massive winning streak by Tiffany Stratton that almost lasted the full year.
It was a huge part of the ascent of Jade Cargill to the very top of this industry, and she's really not looked back ever since. And she still sees herself as the top woman, despite the fact that the gold now, of course, held by Rhea Ripley.
Tiffany Stratton was on a major roll, ran into a rough patch
in
Australia last year, and of course, Jade Cargill capitalizing on that with a win at Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, here's what happens when you get to the very top. You get a little, like Tiffany Stratton did. Someone like Jade Cargill's going to exploit that weakness.
Charlotte top rope cross body.
Tell you what, right now there's some real chemistry brewing here between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, and I did not think I'd be saying that a few moments ago.
That's about taking out your enemy, right?
And then Charlotte Flair hates every woman in the locker room except, of course, for Alexa Bliss.
Oh, and let's not forget what happened to Charlotte Flair after Clash in Italy went off the air last week. She was attacked during the post-show by Jade Cargill. So there's bad blood brewing between those two. Love to see that matchup down the road. Charlotte and Cargill going at it.
Taste of that tonight, and another taste of it next week in that Queen of the Ring first round matchup, of course, also involving Sol Ruca and Lyra Valkyria.
Charlotte Flair taking out everybody. But don't turn your back on Meechin. Everybody down. Now Meechin into a cover now on Charlotte. This would be Tiffany. She could knock off the 14-time world champion.
I like the fact that you brought that up about Meechin, because Meechin over the past couple of months really has been pulling out all the stops to make sure this huge opportunity of teaming alongside Cargill, and of course the additional spotlight it brings to Meechin, pays off for our own career. She's not just here to play backup. to Jade Cargill. She certainly wants opportunities for herself, but they're doing both at the same time.
Yeah, the veteran Meechin drawing the official now into the cover, hook of the leg, and by taking the official with her, allowed Jade Cargill to get involved.
Yeah, I think a lot of eyes have been open to the abilities of Meechin over the past several weeks. It hasn't been a surprise to a lot of us behind the scenes in this industry, but she's finally now getting that opportunity to show what she can do against the top women, and damn, it's been impressive.
And now Jade Cargill going to work on Charlotte Flair. I'll tell you, we have watched the maturation process of Jade Cargill before our eyes over the past number of months. I believe she had the best match that she's ever had in WWE, despite the loss to Rhea on Sunday.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Jade. The fact that she came into WWE really...
Covered out by Cargill. Charlotte kicks out.
At least initially as a tag specialist alongside Bianca Belair, and has continued growing from there, and really has reached peak form now.
And again, another cover and a kick out. She's become much more fluid in the ring. She's always been confident, borderline cocky, some would say, but Jade Cargill is putting it all together now, which means she is going to be more dangerous than she ever has been before. An incredible athlete, a boatload of charisma. Charlotte Flair now, and that's where to hurt Cargill sometimes. She starts to glow, and it almost costs her.
Yeah, gets a little too cocky, and
cover again, and Charlotte kicks out.
You can hardly blame Jade Cargill when she has the athletic gifts that she has, when she looks the way she looks. I think a sense of arrogance is almost inevitable. Because you quite simply seem better than everybody else in that locker room, at least on the face of things.
Charlotte Flair needs to make a tag to her partner, the United States champion, Tiffany Stratton. Charlotte has been worn down by Jade Cargill, and the woman in the ring right now, the former Impact Knockouts champion, Meechin, who's been dominating throughout this.
The hardcore woman in the entire locker room in WWE is Meechin. Oh! Of a job, but you better be double tough now, because the race is on. If Charlotte gets this tag to a fresh Tiffany, the game changes.
Meechin trying to make sure Charlotte doesn't get to the corner. Charlotte trying to fight back with a well-placed forearm.
This is the ultimate tug of war now. You don't want to be on the losing end, and unfortunately for Charlotte, it was her. But a swing on Cargill, and the opportunity may still be
and again, no. Meechin with the official, Jade with a cheap shot. And Meechin with Charlotte up, looking to pay homage to her former mentor, her running buddy, none other than AJ Styles with a Styles clash. Shoulders down, and Tiffany Stratton breaks things up.
And Tiffany had to be there for that, because that was over. Even someone as tough as Charlotte Flair, I don't think was kicking out after that move, which was executed perfectly by Meechin.
Meechin is Taekwondo, Muay Thai background, submission specialist. She's a striker as well.
Oh, here we go, Carl. Look at this. Oh, this cannot be happening.
Figure four here on Charlotte, but Charlotte able to roll her up.
Yeah, Charlotte will take a lot of abuse, but you're not putting me in my own move or my father's move. That is for sure.
And Meechin now, nobody home. Post. Shoulder to the post for Meechin. Charlotte's got an opportunity.
And now Meechin is just hung up to dry.
It's Tiffany time in Bologna. And the Women's United States champion. Going to work on Meechin. What a back elbow.
Completely rocked now is Meechin, who moments ago was in control of the match, and how quickly it swung around.
With Meechin up and down with the Alabama slam. Tiffany fired up, BFAB, trying to shout encouragement to Meechin.
Dragging the body off Meechin into the drop zone, not where you want to be.
Tiffany up top. Swan tied by Stratton. Cover. And a kick out at two by Meechin.
They have just crushed the ribs of Meechin, who's checking her mouth right now in case she's coughing up blood, I suspect. Well, what a bullseye drop there from Tiffany Stratton. Not quite enough to put away Meechin, but looking really groggy on her feet now.
I only need you to watch this.
Meechin, no, nice Pele kick again. Shades of AJ Styles as she drags herself to the corner, looking to make the tag to Cargill. And she does, and here comes the storm. Jade Cargill, who I mentioned, has had Tiffany Stratton's number. Oh, a stunner by Stratton. Here's the cover. Is it enough? Look for the leg. Will it be? No. Meechin breaks it up.
Meechin pinpoint timing once again. Amazing levels of recovery, but both women have the same idea. They've just had a double KO between Charlotte and Meechin.
And now Tiffany and Jade exchanging blows as they make it back to their feet in the center of the ring. And now Tiffany looking for the upper hand. Jade Cargill, though. Wow, what a sit-out powerbomb. Here's the cover. Isn't enough to put her away?
Overwhelming level of strength and coordination from Jade Cargill again, stopping Tiffany in her tracks. Very few women are capable of pulling off something like this. There's nobody quite like Jade Cargill.
Charlotte wants a tag. Trying to fire up Stratton. Tiffany fingertips away. And Meechin dragging Charlotte off the apron and out. Meechin driven into the post.
Head first into that post. Oh, wait a second. Behind the referee's back. B-Fab involved.
And Tiffany Stratton saw that happening. Could do nothing about it. And Jade Cargill pump kick. And she's got Stratton where she wants her. Cargill. Tiffany Stratton, though, counters Jaded into a cover and a kick out. Great counter by Tiffany.
Oh, he almost got a mug in there, but maybe Tiffany can steal this.
And Stratton.
Come on, Tiffany.
Puts her in position. Jade Cargill up quickly back to her feet. Shoving Stratton off the top rope. She went for the prettiest moonsault ever. And now Cargill with Stratton up and down. Jaded. No counter this time. Cargill continues to dominate Tiffany Stratton.
Here are your winners, Meechin and Jade Cargill.
Oh man, well the boos can ring out all they want. I was so impressed by the speed and presence of mind of Jade Cargill there. Just when the chips were down, connecting here. And Tiffany Stratton, we've seen it a million times. Greatest moonsault ever denied by that pace of Cargill. Just the right move at the right time. Pulls off Jaded. Wow, Jade Cargill back to her very best. Coming off that loss, a clash in Italy.
Yeah, I'll tell you, big win for Cargill tonight after Sunday, but how impressive were Meechin and Jade Cargill tonight against two of the best, the 14-time world champion Charlotte Flair, the current United States champion, Jade pinned Jade.
Excuse me, ladies, quick word.
This is clearly not a good time, Kathy. Read the room.
Serious. JC, I know that you were looking forward to advancing in the Queen of the Ring tournament. I was just...
You're funny? Do you think you're funny? Haha. Anyone with eyes can see that I'm clearly better than all of those women. I'm on a different freaking level. Hello?
Pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it. Now, it sure would be a good time. This is necessary.
Wait, help me, baby girl? Is there something you need? Actually, Paige, we can't. I mean, JC just suffered her first big loss on SmackDown. But don't worry, JC.
Oh, we'll get some security here. Fatal influence doing what they do to the tag champs.
A 3-on-2 assault of Paige and Bree. Ladies and gentlemen, if their first couple of matches were any indication, this one should be a great one. Carmelo Hayes, Ricky Stakes go one-on-one. Up next, WWE Universe. Here's a special look at the winners of last year's Dream Trip to Universal Orlando Resort Sweepstakes with Cody Rhodes.
NYC is back and coming in hot. Try to look down at my wrist just like a game shot. Know I'm in the field kicking game on the main line. Stacked with WWE superstar appearances too legendary to miss. Thursday, July 16th through Sunday, July 19th at the Javits Center. Tickets on sale now at fanaticsfest.com.
I feel like I just got jumped. You know where I'm from. You know what I'm about, Truth. But really, I'll probably get jumped a dozen more times while I'm here. And I appreciate everything you've been doing for me. Hey, dog, I want to return the favor, man. I know Damien can be a tough nut to crack. Once you get to know DP, you're going to love DP. Wait a minute. I don't even know if that was PG. Anyway, what I'm saying is, dog, the three of us need to get together and take care of MFT. Let's do it. I love to believe that. She's all priest out there. He don't give a damn about me, and I don't give a damn about him. You and me, we all good. Priest, if it's the issue he wants, it's the issue he gonna get.
This is the revolution. Well, welcome to Friday Night Saints.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 210 pounds, Absolute Ricky Saints!
Really excited to be here tonight to be able to call this matchup with Ricky Saints and Carmelo Hayes. I've known Ricky for a very, very long time. I know he has the rap that he's egotistical, he's a bit cocky, but I look at Ricky as being a bit confident. Now, I don't agree with a lot of things he does in the ring sometimes, but he's a very cerebral competitor, Wade. He understands that he has to pull out all the stops in order to move up the pecking order here on Friday Night SmackDown.
I'm shocked, Michael Cole. I am flabbergasted at your analysis because it was, for once, pinpoint perfect. That's pretty much exactly what I would have said.
I've known Ricky for many years and had the opportunity to follow this young man's career. And again, some of the things he does are a bit questionable, but I'd like to leave the benefit of the doubt as he tries to perhaps work into contention for a championship here on Friday Night SmackDown.
I'll tell you right now, you want to get to the top here on SmackDown in quick time after debuting, you best do it by cutting a few corners. Now, Ricky Saints clearly has all the talent in the world, but he also has those mental smarts to cut corners at the right times. And the spotlight just loves this guy. And Ricky Saints loves that spotlight too. This guy truly is a charismatic firecracker. The Crescent City Java, as Joe Test calls it.
Yes, yeah.
And his opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 212 pounds, Carmelo Hayes!
Carmelo Hayes won the first matchup in this rivalry. Last week, they went one-on-one again.
Yes, they did. It was one hell of a back-and-forth match, but in the closing moments, it was Melo who started looking really good, throwing everything at a resilient Ricky Saints. But amidst the fight, both men were counted out, much to the dismay of Carmelo Hayes. Now, there was some major aftermath. Saints jumping Melo, but that was before Melo turned things around and drilled Saints with a first 48. Very little resolution last week between these two, and that is why we have arrived at another rematch tonight.
Carmelo Hayes was involved in a fatal four-way this past Monday, won by Femi in the King of the Ring tournament, Femi advancing. For Carmelo Hayes, it's all about about getting another. Look at Ricky Saints. Before the bell even rings, goes after Carmelo Hayes. And again, you don't have to agree with it, but Ricky Saints trying to gain the upper hand before this match even starts.
It's a fight might have been jockeying for a position to get a title opportunity against the United States champ Trick Williams, and that is where the issue really lies between these two. And there's only a piece of paper that you can fit between them in terms of abilities. But right now, right off the bat, is Carmelo Hayes, who's looking to take flight.
And Hayes up over the top and takes out Ricky Saints, landing right on the back of his head. The official in this matchup, Daryl Sharma, ringing the bell, and we are underway. Carmelo Hayes doesn't even have his ring jacket off yet, but Carmelo looking to put Saints away. Carmelo frog splash. Cover now on Saints. And Saints kicks out.
Oh man, that was a thing of beauty from Carmelo Hayes. Made even cooler by that leather jacket in the process. And oh, what an insult that would have been to Ricky Saints had he been beaten by a man who didn't even have the time to take said jacket off. But jacket is off now, and the firefight is off.
Carmelo Hayes has said all along that he understands where Ricky Saints is coming from. Carmelo was in the same boat a few years ago when he burst on the scene here on Friday Night SmackDown. Thought he should be in championship matches right away. Thought that he should have the spotlight on him. That should be a main event player. And then he understood you got to pay your dues. You got to work your way up the ladder. That's the same situation Saints finds himself in.
Well, Carmelo Hayes, after he was that first round draft pick on SmackDown a couple of years ago, really had to eat some humble pie. Oh! And he's looking to serve up some of that humble pie to Ricky Saints tonight.
And Carmelo Hayes sending Saints outside the ring. Him is in control on SmackDown. Again, talking to Carmelo earlier today, Wade, he talks about that chip that he has on his shoulder. The fact that he didn't have an opportunity at WrestleMania because of the shenanigans and the way that Trick Williams won the United States Championship. Well, Sami Zayn and Trick Williams as well, of course, that whole situation.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very chaotic couple of weeks for Carmelo Hayes. He'd been having that open championship opportunity for the US title. He was serving up as classic after classic. And a lot of people feel pretty strongly that Melo deserves another crack at winning that gold back after the months of entertainment he gave us earlier this year.
Again, in the cases of both of these men, Wade, you need to win. You got to win, get on winning streaks, force yourself into the conversation. You're not going to get there if you lose matches.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Bickering is not going to get you anywhere. Yelling, posing in front of the spotlight.
Oh, goodness!
Oh, it all plays well on TV, but it's all about wins at the end of the day. And that win might be getting closer for Ricky Saints.
And one thing we've learned about Saints, he has got a gas tank.
No doubt about it. I'll tell you right now, athletically speaking, physically speaking, these two are a very, very close match. And I've been really impressed with both men. But it's the attitude now of Ricky Saints that is starting to chip away at Carmelo Hayes.
Well, Saints believes in himself. I think Carmelo's always believed in himself as well. But I think there was a point where he started to doubt himself a little bit. Finally came out of that rut when he won the United States Championship.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You get a little slow period in your career, your head can start dropping, you've got to dig your way out of it. But I cannot imagine Ricky Saints' head ever dropping with that kind of ability.
Well, that action you just saw is one of the reasons people call this man cocky. And there's the knee. Well placed to Carmelo Hayes.
Look at that blows, Michael Cole. You'll be doing that in the mirror when you get home tonight. I've no doubt about it. But let's face it, Ricky Saints is young, successful, and rich.
I tried it last night and I pulled my bicep.
Were you naked when you did it?
No. Boxers. Ricky Saints, Carmelo Hayes, and a barn burner here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. Ricky Saints has taken over, and again, this young man really believes in himself. You might not like what he stands for, but he's been successful.
He's been
cover, hook of the leg, and Hayes kicks out.
Massively successful here on SmackDown since arriving. Of course, incredibly successful down in NXT, former NXT champ, former NXT North American champ. the guy can get business
Come on,
done
Mello.
when it is crunch time and the pressure's on, and the pressure really is on now against someone as good as Carmelo Hayes.
Ricky, as quick as they come, he's also, deceivingly powerful cover now off the Bulldog by Saints. And a kick out by Hayes at 2.
Yeah, and this is when things start to come apart at the seams for Ricky Saints. He's had a sustained period of controlling, yet Carmelo Hayes and his endurance, his durability, keeps kicking out and kicking back at Ricky Saints. And this is where Saints needs to keep the focus, and he does so beautifully.
Lights and a kick out by Hayes. And again, for Ricky Saints, and I've been talking about how cerebral this man is, nice DDT by Carmelo Hayes. You can be cerebral all you want, but you got to be able to pull out a win at the end, right?
You can't be cerebral when you take a DDT like that right on the top of the cranium, and that has brought some very important downtime for Carmelo Hayes to get back into the fight and get that win that is so crucial that you just mentioned, Cole.
Carmelo trying to fight back into this thing. Ricky Saints trying to make it back to his feet as well. Two of the top young superstars in WWE today battling it out here on Friday Night SmackDown. Ooh, what a right. That one stunned Hayes.
Both men hurting, and whether you're driven by bitterness towards your opponent or the motivation to try and get an opportunity at US champ Trick Williams, regardless of what it is, tap into it right now. It's crunch.
Oh, you got to give Hayes credit fighting out of the corner. And now Ricky Saints taken down. Covered by Hayes now. Is it enough? Saints at 2.
Oh, this was just perfect from Carmelo Hayes. This dirty Diana move that has dropped so many in the center of the ring. Almost enough to put Ricky Saints away, but you have to be impressed with that durability of Ricky Saints. I said they're very closely matched, and they're both displaying all facets of what you need in that ring to be a success.
Went for first 48. Saints able to counter. Jackknife cover now. Is it enough? And Carmelo Hayes turns it into a pinning combination. Saints into another one of his own.
The chess game at this point in time. High stakes, high pain.
Saints went for the ropes. Carmelo Hayes able to pull him back into the ring. And now,
Go!
There it is! That Revolution DDT by Ricky Saints. Cover now! And Saints kicks! I should say Carmelo kicks it too off that Revolution DDT by Ricky Saints.
Oh, and it was drilled to perfection by Ricky. Saints, this is one of his textbook match-winning moves, but it's not enough tonight against Carmelo Hayes, and the agony, frustration boiling over now for Ricky Saints, and this is when he gets really dangerous.
Well, it's crunch time for both of these men. This is the ninth inning. You got to dig down deep.
You're going to tap into whatever drives you, and right now it's gone.
Oh, first 48! Hayes covers! Saints stays in it!
Oh, so nimble, so reactive from Carmelo Hayes, who is simply brilliant at being resourceful and creative when it needs to. That moment of opportunity opened up, but somehow Ricky Saints equal to
it. And here goes Carmelo up to the top rope. He's got Saints in position. Carmelo was looking for nothing but net. Ricky Saints, great instinct to back into the ropes and force Mello to lose his balance.
Yeah, Saints had no way of getting out of dodge on that one and simply had to come up with something fast, and thankfully for him, he absolutely did. He pulled himself back into this one.
Carmelo Hayes is Ricky Saints is caught colluding. Oh no! Ricky Saints with a great counter to Hayes.
A shot to the thorax of a flying Carmelo Hayes. There might be a count out here, Cole.
Just like last week, Ricky Saints wants a count out win over Carmelo Hayes. A count of 8 now. Hayes struggling back to his feet. Count of 9. Carmelo Hayes barely beats the count at 9.5.
Jeez, that was more than 9.5. 9.9. But regardless, that internal clock at Carmelo Hayes working perfectly this week.
Now Saints is ticked off. Well, he should have had a count-out victory there. Arguing with the official. Carmelo Hayes from behind. Scoops up Ricky Saints. Almost had him in a kick-out. At 2 by Saints.
Saints almost his worst enemy, his own worst enemy at that point in the matchup. Stay focused.
Hayes, Saints jumped to 8. Carmelo Hayes now. Ricky Saints. Rolling through. Oh, Saints has got the ties, and Saints has got the win.
Here is your winner, absolute Ricky Sainz.
More obstacles thrown at Carmelo Hayes tonight, but in the end, a very cerebral Ricky Sainz did what he had to do to win.
Well, you said it earlier in the match. The important thing is getting wins. If you want your career to progress, you need wins by hook or by crook. Ricky Sainz got it done. You might not like it, but it's successful.
And both men have a victory over each other now.
Excuse me, Trick. I know you have both Ricky Sainz and Carmelo Hayes coming for you and your championship, but tonight, focus has to shift to the King of the Ring tournament. How are you preparing for an opportunity that could potentially lead you all the way to SummerSlam?
First thing first, Trick Williams is concerned with one man, and his name is Trick Williams. But I must admit, I am entertained watching those Siamese twins go after what Trick Williams got. So I say, keep fighting, you peasants, because Trick Williams is the king. And speaking of the king, tonight I have a match for the King of the Ring tournament. Now we're talking, Kathy. Now we're going to put Trick Williams on the list with some greats. I'm talking about Booker T, Triple H, Stone Cold, Steve Austin. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to punch my ticket to Minneapolis, punch my ticket to SummerSlam, and win that world championship. And won't it look good? Won't it sound good? Trick Williams, the man with 2 chains, 2 lemon pepper steppers, and 2 titles on his shoulders. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Hello? Why didn't you tell me you were going out there? You know I would have been out there for you. And you were out there with Charlotte. That was kind of weird. Nonetheless, next time you need to tell me because I will be there right by your side.
I didn't think I needed you out there.
That is so sweet. You didn't want me out there because you didn't want me injured. See, this is why everyone's calling us the Dream Team, especially after last week, Nia and Lash. That was crazy. Anyway, I got to go out there, but I'll see you out there, right? Because I need your support.
I'm sorry, Chelsea, but I have to go to the trainers, but I'm sure you're going to do great today. Good luck.
I got 2 more guys.
Oh, apparently Chelsea's going to go it alone.
Oh,
to Madison Square Garden in New York City on July 18th. Saturday night main event tickets for the event are on sale now via Ticketmaster.
I really don't know how y'all people find it.
Okay, we have to talk about it. Tiffany Stratton. Oh, you are quite the star. Your rise to the top is very impressive. Looking at you is like looking in a mirror, which I do love to do. When we finally meet, it will be the box office event that fans are dying to see. But the difference between you and I is if you scratch just a little bit beneath the surface, you'll see a princess like you isn't used to getting her hands dirty. No. Tippy time is about to run on Monroe minutes. So run whilst you can, because the glamour is coming to SmackDown. Yours truly, Blake Monroe.
When is soon?
Wade, she is going to be a handful.
I got plenty of time for some Monroe minutes, and I got plenty of time for Lash Legend, who is looking resplendent in the ring right now.
Nia Jax out here at ringside as well.
Bologna, pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green.
And your opponent from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, Chelsea Green.
Okay, Wade, enlighten me on this. Oh, it seems like Chelsea thinks it's some sort of relationship with Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany doesn't seem to think so.
Okay, so Chelsea helped Tiffany Stratton beat Lash Legend on SmackDown a couple of weeks ago when the US title was on the line. Now, Chelsea's been trying to befriend Tiffany Stratton for weeks. Last week, Nia Jax and Chelsea Green had a singles match, and in the intervening period of that match, Tiffany Stratton repaid the favourite. Shockingly, Chelsea Green beat Nia. Unfortunately for Chelsea right now, however, she apparently will not have the backup from Tiffany, and it looks like almost mission impossible in a one-on-one match against Lash Legend.
Chelsea Green, of course, a former two-time United States champion, AAA mixed tag team champion, one-time tag team champion in WWE, but she goes in there against Lash Legend, who's in a mood tonight after not being successful in a fatal four-way on Monday in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Confidence of Chelsea Green is eroding at a terminal rate here.
Come on, Chelsea.
No way back for Chelsea. Oh, nice move.
Oh! And what does Chelsea have to do to knock off Lash?
That is a question I simply cannot answer. Start running and just keep running and just accept it.
Yeah, but where are you going to go? Oh, no.
Trapped between a rock and a hard place, but Chelsea is still motoring. And
Chelsea, great move there. And now a code breaker action.
Oh, she can't do it 2 weeks in a row. No.
Bang! What a collision.
I was right. I shouldn't use that. She can't do it 2 weeks in a row. It was a nice effort, though, but now you feel she's going to be torn apart by Lash Legend, and this is a major physical mismatch.
I'm afraid that Lash Legend is
Come on, Chelsea.
ticked off now after the actions of Green.
It's been a rough few weeks for both irresistible forces.
Come on.
And a kick out.
Just they lost out on the tag championships at Saturday night's main event a few weeks ago, and things have really spiraled ever since.
Well, it hasn't caused them to be any less cocky.
I mean, you would be cocky and you're simply bigger and stronger than every other woman in the entire division. Now, completely ragdolling Chelsea Green is Lash Legend. Too easy.
Bear hug sending Chelsea outside the ring, and of course, Nia now. The official Nia Tramps back turn. Nia attacking Chelsea.
Well, she was embarrassed last week by that loss to Chelsea and got a modicum of payback right there, assisting Lash in the process.
And Chelsea now with a shoulder to the midsection, up over the top, looking for a sunset
Come on,
flip.
Chelsea.
Can she get Lash Legend over? And Lash, though, able to hang on. Great balance by Legend.
Yeah, really impressive athleticism.
Oh, what a pump kick.
End it. Referee, just throw this one out. Straight to the jaw.
And Chelsea somehow still stays alive in the matchup.
Oh man, that was a kick out of instinct because there's no way back after a boot like that to the face of Chelsea Green. And Chelsea's had a hell of a career of success, including winning the United States Championship. But you struggle to see anything good coming from this now.
Lash, nobody home after the splash, and Chelsea Green buys herself some time and perhaps an opportunity here. Chelsea with a kick now to Lash. Stunning Legend. Yeah, double knees.
I'm impressed. I thought it was already over for Chelsea Green, but now peppering Lash with multiple attacks.
And Lash still on her feet. Chelsea Green went for another clothesline. Lash still has not gone down. Misses wildly. Chelsea, though, takes out Nia on the other side. But perhaps turning her attention is going to cost her. Maybe not. Chelsea getting Lash caught on the top rope.
Chelsea might pull out the unthinkable at this point.
Lash up over the top.
Couldn't quite see it. Hair in her eyes right over the top rope, and this is not where you want to be. Chelsea about to take flight.
Chelsea Green with a cross body, and down go the irresistible forces.
Dropping the irresistible forces outside the ring and then having to drag that body into the ring is a tough task. Chelsea pulling it off. Needs to pick up the pace, in my opinion, here.
Chelsea's got a chance. Gonna go high risk again. Up to the top rope. Don't think Legend has any idea where she is. And a missile drop kick.
What a beauty it was, too.
Cover, and Lash kicks out.
Just the frame of Chelsea Green, incapable of pinning down such a powerful athlete as Lash Legend. Oh, here we go, Cole. Here we go.
Looking for the unprettier. And Chelsea, it's this. What a major win this would be.
Lash looks too strong. A major struggle going on here.
Chelsea, Lash Legend puts her in position here for a Lash extension. And a cover by Legend and the win.
Here is your winner, Lash Legend!
Well, that was one heck of an effort from Chelsea Green, and that win did not look likely from the beginning, but she almost pulled it off. But Lash Legend simply is a phenom when it comes to power inside of that ring. Impressive win once again for Lash Legend.
Again, everybody at ringside. I'm Michael Cole. He's Wade Barrett. I'm filling in for Joe Tessitore tonight, who's got Super Boxing over the weekend. Well, Clash in Italy, you missed a great one on Sunday. And, of course, the main event was the Tribal Combat match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Roman Reigns and his cousin, Jacob Fatu. Roman would win that match, which meant Monday night on Raw, Jacob had to acknowledge the Tribal Chief.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time because there is no day like Acknowledgement Day.
Acknowledgement Day.
As a matter of fact, OTC, we're Jacob at right now. First day on the job. He already late, Oos. Come on, Jacob. Let's not track this thing out, Jacob. You know what time it is.
Yeah, you're moving too slow anyway, Jacob. You know what time it is. Fabaveus.
Jacob, I'm over here. That tribal combat. I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew the consequences. I knew the consequences.
right here. Yeah, that's, you know,
My whole life. It ain't nothing new to me. Take care of my whole life. Right here. Children seeing their father be a man, take a loss, and keep his word. I lost to my tribal chief. But I didn't lose to your punk ass, Jay. Ha! But let's keep it 100. Going. Ah!
Acknowledge. You.
You don't understand this right now, Jacob, but I love you.
You here now, baby? And this is a message to everybody in that locker room, Moose. This is a warning shot. Pow! Stay the toes. And we are one.
Last thing
You really better watch what you say to me right now.
Come on, calm down. This is me. Lucas. Why are you being so different? Huh? Did you see what happened on Monday? Roman made your boy Jacob kneel down like a dog.
What the hell that got to do with me?
It has everything to do with you, okay? Because right now, you ain't got nobody to watch your back. Jacob is gone. Damian Priest wants nothing to do with you. So by the looks of it, I'm the only family you got left.
You think I bust my ass for all these years just to get here to fall in line and listen to you?
Yes, you're right. You did bust your ass. But did anyone come calling you? Did the Usos call you? Did your boy Jacob call you? Did Roman call you? By the looks of it, he was the one that was calling you out. But you know who didn't make that call? Huh? Me. You know who brought Jacob here? Me. You know who brought Tama and Tala here? Me. You know who made them champions? Me. That's because they follow and they listen to me. Listen. That other side is good. But this side, we need to get ready for you.
Now
Think about what I'm telling you.
He's winning it.
Stop being so different. Or I will make this.
A lot to think about for Royce Keys. Ladies and gentlemen, we switch gears now to our main event, which is coming up next. It is a fatal four-way in the first round of the men's King of the Ring tournament. It takes place next on Friday Night SmackDown.
That's right.
This summer, the Fellas, can I have a quick second with Ray alone? Great. I asked Nick Aldis to come here tonight for a couple reasons, but the main reason was to talk to you. Look, we had an awesome match at WrestleMania last year, but I did it under false pretenses. And when I put on the El Grande Americano mask, it was to poke fun at you, to frustrate all the luchadors that, quite frankly, were giving me so much trouble in the ring. It was my frustration. The longer I wore the mask and the more time I spent in Mexico, I realized this isn't some joke. I'm not putting on a costume. You're taking on a responsibility to a culture, to a people, an entire nation, to the art form known as Lucha Libre, and I made a mockery of that. So I flew to Italy tonight to look you in the eye and say I'm sorry. I don't know if it's tonight, tomorrow, next week, but I'm asking for forgiveness.
Chad, now you understand what the Lucha Libre culture is about? And losing the mask is painful enough. I forgive you. But remember, I'm not the only one you offended. Guárdalo muy bien.
Listen, that offer for a rematch with Gunther's still good?
100% good. I wanted to wrestle him tonight, but I heard he left the building. Okay, good. Because I just got off the phone with his legal team. They're no fun. But look, long story short, they're willing to accept the rematch, but he has one condition. Give it to me. What's the condition? Well, that's just it. He wants to make us wait to tell us the condition until next week on SmackDown. He's got a good legal team. All right, so we have to wait till next week to hear the stipulation, which means the week after that, correct me if I'm wrong, that's Kansas City. I don't want to wait any further beyond that, so that's where we'll do the title match, his title match. Sound good? Works for me. Thanks, Cody. Thank you. Those darn lawyers.
Not for a
Looks like
minute
we're
right
gonna have a
now.
title match in a couple of weeks, partner.
Well, I'm pretty damn excited about that. Just like Michael Cole, I'm pretty damn excited about this main event, King of the Ring, first round fatal four-way.
The following is the King of the Ring tournament first round match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from New York City, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champion, Damian Priest.
Ladies and gentlemen, who will head to the semifinals to face Oba Femi? We find out. Our main event is next on SmackDown.
This September, WWE enters the heart of Mexico. First Guadalajara.
And we are just getting started.
Then Monterrey.
Here we go.
And it all leads to Mexico City with SmackDown and Raw returning to Mexico for the first time in 15 years.
Doesn't get any bigger than this.
One country, one historic culture, one massive night after another.
It is going to be unbelievable.
The WWE Mexico Live Tour. Tickets on sale.
I'm sweating too. I have all my mash left. I know.
His main event tonight in Bologna, Italy. The host of Friday Night SmackDown, Damian Priest, part of the Fatal 4-Way first round King of the Ring tournament match.
I can do the 80.
And his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, representing the Judgment Day. He is
Dirty down,
the
Mysterio.
Mega Champion, Dirty
Down.
Dominic
Mysterio.
Could be quite the night tonight for Judgment Day. Already Raquel Rodriguez has moved into a semifinal Queen of the Ring tournament match against Io Sky. Dominic looks to advance as well. Liv Morgan will be involved in the tournament next week because she wants to win the whole thing so she doesn't have to defend her title come SummerSlam. Can you imagine Morgan and Dom as Queen and King of the Ring? Talk about insufferable.
Yes, I can. Talk about imagination. We're in Bologna, right, Michael Cole? Not far from Florence. It's kind of just down the road. Now, in Florence is the famous Statue of David. And I was thinking, if you injected DNA into the Statue of David and gave him a pair of wrestling boots, what would you get? Dirty Dom Mysterio, the hottest
Come
man
on,
on
Dom.
planet Earth.
You got this.
Yes, he looks damn good.
I want you to
As
be the
does,
king.
I suspect, Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
I'm not even going there. No, just we got way too far into this conversation.
Let's refocus on business because this is very, very important. Oh yeah, this kind of business is what I'm all about, Michael Cole.
Whatever
Get
it means,
around.
yeah.
Was that a fun
Whatever it
vacation?
means.
Oh man, I can't focus all of a sudden. Where were we? What were we talking about? Oh, King of the Ring, first round match. There we go. Fatal 4-Way. Are you sweating too? Because I am. Come on, flush.
I'm just embarrassed.
and their opponent from Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Wow, right.
He's one half of the World Tag Team Champions, representing the Legend, Braun Breaker.
Breaker involved in an unbelievable match this past Monday night on Raw from Turin, Italy against Seth Rollins. And Breaker, again with his torpedo spears. That one to Montez Ford. But look at what Breaker did here. That's his oracle, Paul Heyman. Breaker spearing Heyman through the barricade. Rollins would end up picking up wins. Paul Heyman not here tonight. He's not medically cleared to be a part of SmackDown tonight.
A whole lot of misery for Braun Breaker and, of course, Paul Heyman. One way to cheer up Paul Heyman wherever he is right now is suspected a hospital bed convalescing is for Braun Breaker to progress in this tournament, ultimately winning King of the Ring, and, of course, securing a main event championship opportunity in Minnesota at SummerSlam.
The unpredictable, badass, had a little bit of history with Dominic Mysterio, as has Damian Priest. Of course, Damian was kicked out of the Judgment Day by Dominic and company.
They're unceremoniously excommunicated from the group for good. Right now, there might be a little backlash from Damian Priest directed at Dirty Dom once this one gets underway.
Walk that train. Walk that train. Walk that train. Walk that train. No.
And from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing in at 240 pounds, is the United States Champion,
Trent Williams.
was, and I have to admit, the King of the Ring crown would look good on the head of Trick Williams.
Oh, man, what would not look good on Trick Williams?
The current United States champion.
You ever dance like that, Cole?
I pulled my groin.
And Trick Williams just has got the industry excited in ways we have not seen in years.
And why not? He's got charisma. He's got in-ring talent. He's a current United States champion. And again, fatal four-way rules in this match tonight. First man to gain pinfall or submission will pick up the win. No countouts, no disqualifications. Hence the world champ, Liv Morgan, hanging out at ringside in the corner of her boyfriend, Dominic Mysterio.
How many times in history have we had a fatal four-way match where all four competitors in the match are champions of some sort? We had a couple of separate tag teams.
Look at this! Breaker going right after Trick Williams with a German suplex, and the match is underway.
Not in the mood for showboating is Braun Breaker after a disastrous Monday Night Raw.
Dan Engler, the official in this match. Again, Braun Breaker, World Tag Team Champion. Damian Priest, the WWE Tag Team Champion. Trick Williams, United States Champion. Dominic Mysterio, Triple H Mega Champion. And Dominic hanging outside the ring. Smart as he lets the big boys go to work.
Well, just keep well away from Braun Breaker and hope he burns himself out right now, because Braun is laser focused on physical destruction.
Couple of German suplexes by Breaker. Big right hand knocks Dominic out. And now Damian Priest with a right of his own.
Yeah, maybe the only physical force in there that might be able to stop the power of Breaker, or maybe not.
And the breakneck speed of Breaker with the clothesline. The unpredictable badass. Braun Breaker, of course, he and Austin Theory, the world tag champs. Logan Paul and Austin were the tag champs, but
like this at all with Braun Breaker.
His triceps, and now Braun Breaker. Dominic, you better turn around. Breaker with shoulder tackle takes out Mysterio. I was going to ask if you wanted to ask Braun to get off our table.
I don't want to have any interaction, verbal or physical, with Braun Breaker at any point in my life.
The dogs are out here tonight in Bologna.
LeBron, Damian, and Trent.
And now Trick Williams going to send Dominic Mysterio over the Italian announce table into the floor. And Trick Willie now having fun. Hasn't been quite the night for Dominic Mysterio tonight.
And Liv Morgan looks petrified next to our desk because Loverboy is in big trouble, but Loverboy is fighting back.
Dominic now a big shot to Trick Williams, and Mysterio taking the fight now as he sends Williams back toward the ring.
Action everywhere you look in this one, and Liv Morgan causing chaos at ringside. What a Priest taking flight too.
619.
A lot of fun with Dominic Mysterio. Who's going to have of a champion? With the Dirty Dom chance. Serenade Mysterio. And now, Damian Priest, who still has a score to settle with Dominic in the rest of Judgment Day.
Dominic suddenly doesn't look so tough without his Judgment Day backup here. And one-on-one, Priest just decimating Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom, who claims he's the king of the luchadors. Grande Americano may think something about that. There's that flying elbow by Priest, the former world champion. Again, this is to advance to the King of the Ring tournament. The finals take place 3 weeks from tomorrow, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at Night of Champions. And think about the 25th King of the Ring of all time will be crowned at Night of Champions.
So if you're somebody in your career who needs a little juice, Damian Priest, who is a former world champion.
Oh, listen to those chops.
Well, the three other men in this match, none of whom have won a world title previously. What an opportunity this tournament really is.
Over the years, 11 King of the Ring winners would go on to become world champions, the likes of Booker T and Sheamus and Kurt Angle, Austin and Triple H. 12 WWE Hall of Famers were King of the Ring. In fact, the gentleman sitting to my right, King in his own right, King Barrett.
Yeah, one of the biggest honors of my career, but the deal today is so much sweeter with that SummerSlam main event championship opportunity on the line. The King of the Ring tournament has never been bigger.
Everybody wants an opportunity at a world title in Minnesota at SummerSlam. Win King of the Ring and you're going to get it. Breaker sit out of the ring. Tremendous action here on Friday Night SmackDown. Fatal four-way to determine who hits the semifinals to face Oba Femi in the King of the Ring tournament against two Judgment Day. A former member, Damian Priest, current member, Dominic Mysterio,
Working together. Maybe Damian Priest is falling in line behind the new male leader at the... Oh, maybe not.
And Damian with a big right hand. Down goes Dominic Mysterio.
Damian Priest just using Dirty Dog for his skills. Taking out the rest of the field and maybe about to put Dom away, but Trick Willie arriving it.
And now Breaker. How quick is Breaker? Just ran into a boot spin kick now by Priest. Caught Breaker on the other side.
No finer striker in the game than Damian Priest. Got all the range, all the precision, and of course all that power.
Former Mr. Money in the Bank, former world champion.
I mean, resume alone, he is the favorite for this one. The only one who's been to the very top of the mountain here in this industry previously.
Yeah, but I think the other three have an opportunity to be champs one day.
No doubt about that.
Now Priest again going after Mysterio, and Dominic with a forearm to the jaw. Priest with a kick. Turns Dom inside out.
Priest just bleeding confidence right now.
Wade and I were talking about the importance of this tournament over the years. 11 winners would go on to become world champions. 12 Hall of Famers have been King of the Ring.
Really is a way to fast-track your career to the very top, and there's plenty of men in this ring right now want to do just that, including Breaker.
Steiner. Jeez, covered by Breaker. Dominic breaking things up. Last year's winner, Cody Rhodes. Gunther won 2 years ago. The first ever King of the Ring, the Hall of Famer Don Morocco back in 1985. Now Braun turned his attention, and look at the power. Breaker now, military press, turns it into a slam. Cover on Mysterio. This time Trick Williams has to break things up.
The power thrown out by Breaker there, and Trick Williams had to have pinpoint timing on that one. Almost slipping away from it.
Wade, again, you were King of the Ring. How important was that to you in your career?
Well, it was massive for me to get that championship, to get that crown, excuse me, but it's even bigger today, believe me, with that main event at SummerSlam dangling there. A world championship opportunity for the winner as well as the crown. Never been bigger than it is right now.
What you would have given to have that opportunity the year that you won.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that missing in my career could have been that moment. That is why it's so imperative for all four of these men to get the job here.
And look at Trick Willie go. Trick Willie.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in the ho-ho count. They don't like to push that. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
What happened?
With those Cyclone boots connecting. And now Willie takes out Mysterio as Damian ducks out of the way. Neck breaker by Trick Williams.
Well, Trick Willie on a hot streak at the right time in this one. Bologna believes in Trick Williams.
United States champion. Little bookend action. Cover on Breaker. And a kick out. And I talk all the time in comparison comparisons between this man, Trick Williams, and a former world champion, former king of the ring, Booker T.
Yeah, there's a sense of inevitability when it comes to Trick Williams getting to the top of this industry. It's going to happen, but how soon is the question?
And now Priest into the corner. Williams will send him out to the apron. Damian Priest with a big kick. Martial arts background. Damian Priest coming in to play Dominic Mysterio now. Going to meet Priest on the ropes.
Nobody knows Priest better than Dominic Mysterio, and simply cut Priest off at the right time there. However,
Rick Williams in the middle of it.
Got some other ideas. Oh no.
Dominic begging Damian Priest. And now Breaker is going for a Breakensteiner again. Priest trying to counter.
Punch in the back of the knees of Braun Breaker, unique, but it simply works perfectly. Ever. Right into the ropes is Braun Breaker navigating his way out here.
A dangerous situation here for Damian Priest, Williams, and Breaker with a superplex.
And please act and Heidi Watkey. This is Matt Van Sturgeon. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter.
Critical part of this matchup, fatal four-way match to determine who will face Obafemi in the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. Mysterio's outside the ring, of course, Breaker, Priest, and Trick Williams inside the ring.
Well, all four men have been dropping their heavy artillery, and all four men are now moving.
But could this be the opportunity for Dominic Mysterio?
Yes, it can.
To be the vulture that he is and pick the bones in a kick out by Priest.
Oh, it's not being a vulture, it's being smart at this point in the matchup.
Cover now by Braun Breaker. You know, vultures eat dead carcasses, and that's what Dom's doing here. Cover again, hook to the leg, and again Williams kicks out.
Exactly what you should be doing at this point in the match. Weakest opponent capitalizing regardless of who caused that damage in the first place.
And look at Dominic Mysterio. And can you imagine if he advances?
It's a picture that I have now built up in my mind alongside Liv Morgan as the queen of the ring.
Well, Raquel Rodriguez has already advanced, and I'm interested to see what she'll do if she wins the tournament.
She'll go for Rhea Ripley or whoever holds Rhea Ripley's title.
Yeah, that's what you think?
That's what I know, because with Judgment Day don't stab each other in the back, or if they do, they get excommunicated rather quickly. It's like Damian Priest and Finn Balor.
Oh, they weren't around to help Roxanne Perez out on Monday, were they? Oh, listen to that. Oh, goodness. And Trick is unloading on Dom.
I really feel like we're at the business end of this matchup right now. You got four bodies all ready to drop. Really isn't going to take much to win this at this point.
Yeah, again, first pinfall or submission wins this thing. Dirty Dom's trying to hang on here.
Damian Priest, that would be the smartest strategy for Dirty. Got very little. He's trying against Priest as well.
He's using Dom as a teammate. Covered out by Priest. Kick out at 2 by Mysterio. Exhaustion starting to set in at this point of this high stakes, fast-paced matchup.
Braun Breaker's looking pretty raggedy too himself right now. He's been put through the ringer on this one, moving very slowly by Breaker's standards.
Not to mention he had that war with Seth Rollins this past Monday night on Raw. Okay, It's crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. Fatal four-way match. Winner advances into the semifinals of the King of the Ring tournament. Priest and Williams, Breaker and Mysterio. Something has to give in this match.
Yeah, you got four superstars who've all gone big right from the off, and they are all staggering in the ring right now, physically impaired, but still motivated, desperate to get through to this final of the King of the Ring tournament.
I've been impressed with Dominic Mysterio and what he's done so far in this matchup tonight.
That might have been the best thing of all, moving out of the way of that Breaker spear in the corner.
Yeah, but there's no way where for Dominic to go now. Went for south of heaven, did Priest. Dominic caught him with a chop. Not sure that was wide.
Bounced off the big man, the former world heavyweight champ. And here's your
Razor's Edge. And now Morgan up on the apron. Wondering when she was going to come into play. Now listen, there are no disqualifications. So Morgan, nothing can happen with her being on the apron, but the official wasn't in position for the count on Mysterio. So Morgan paying dividends. Oh, look at the power of Breaker.
Oh, that is a huge man to be throwing up in the air.
And Trick Williams. Oh, that spinning side slam by Braun Breaker, who's just tossing men around out here.
This raw power used very little momentum of Trick Williams. That is a 250-pound athlete. He just spun around through raw core strength. Didn't look pretty, but it was hella effective.
Breaker runs into Mysterio. Drop kick delivered now. Has him in position.
Nobody does it, Bob. Tom just doesn't do it if Damian Priest punches him in the mouth.
Oh, it's the rules of the matchup. Went for that spit kick. Breaker slipped and he still delivered a torpedo spear. And Mysterio sent out of the ring by Breaker. Williams, trick shot.
Oh, right on the point of the jaw.
Cover now on Priest, recovering from the spear. And Dominic pulls out the official, which is legal because there are no disqualifications.
It's about as smart thing as you can do. Once again, was never going to get in there to make the Breaker, but Trick Williams looks infuriated. And there are consequences.
Oh, Trick could have the match.
Trick slap.
And Mysterio didn't drag Engler out of the ring. And now Breaker going to send Williams out to the floor. Trick Williams now on our announce table.
That's not where you want to be.
Not at all.
Breaker's in town.
We've seen Breaker do this before. That clothesline through Williams. Through the Braun Breaker with a flying clothesline through the United States champion. Meanwhile, inside the ring, Dominic with a drop kick to Priest.
Trick Williams is a mangled wreck. It's Dominic's for the taking.
Oh, Dominic knocked out of his boots by Priest.
As they slug right to the chest / jaw of Dirty Dom, who is now...
And look at who's here now. Look who's here. JD McDonough from the Judgment Day.
Plucked out of midair.
Down to heaven.
Trying to run interference play. Major spoiler. Looks like he's been denied.
And a low blow by Morgan. A low blow by Morgan. Mysterio. The official has no idea what just happened. 619.
Doc's gonna do it.
Dom to the top rope. Frog splash. Cover. Mysterio advances.
Here is your winner, Dominic Mysterio!
Dom is through to the semi-finals! The world can rejoice! The greatest night in our industry's history!
Hey, wait, relax.
What?
Look at the brackets. And let's remind everyone what Dominic Mysterio has next. The ruler, over Femi. It's Dominic Mysterio in the semi-finals.
Oh, well, cut the celebrations. Rather Dominic Mysterio than me.
No fatal four-way in the semifinals. It's Dominic straight up. The ruler over. Good luck, Dom. Enjoy tonight.
King